Alright, so this time we're going to add on to that other fill that we learned in the first video, continuing on with adding a bass drum onto our fills. So the other rule that we learned in the first video, besides our little 3-tap rule, was the fill starting on 1. So the one that goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So 1, 2, 3. That was the other one that we first learned. And so, sorry. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to take one of those out and we're going to add in a kick drum. So the concept's going to be the same, the whole fill's going to be the same, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Except for now, we're going to do that adding in a bass drum. So here's how it's going to go. The whole thing is going to go 1 and 2 and 1, 3 and 4 and 1. Is that it? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So this time the only difference is we're going to add in that last and. In the very first video I said we're not going to add in that last and. But in this one we are going to add in that last and. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So the bass drum at the very end is going to be hit twice because it's going to go the 4 and then remember we have to hit 1 on the crash. I just have to hit bass drum 1 with the crash. So we'll again, real slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So that's real slow. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. In a groove. Again, we're practicing all of our fills after the end of a 4-bar count. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So again, now we're kind of adding on to there, being creative, making things sound better, making you sound like a more knowledgeable drummer, which is what we're doing. So, practice that. It's that same fill, just added in with the kick drum. Okay? So, you can stop the video now and practice that, because now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the issue of paradiddles. So now we learned in the also very, very first video, paradiddles are right, left, right, right. It's right-hand paradiddle. And left, right, left, left. That's left-hand paradiddle. They come in sets of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is perfect because we've been doing all of our fills in eighth notes, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's 8 notes. Perfect for the paradiddle diddle. Basically, all we're going to do now is remember how with that 8-note fill that we just worked on, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, right? We did it like this. Now, all we're doing is we're going to put in there paradiddles. So, real slow, paradiddle, when counted out in 8 notes, goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? So, in a fill, we would start again with 1. So, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Paradiddle, paradiddle, 1. So now, one way that I've kind of learned to practice my accents is I'll hit the beginning of the paradiddle with the right hand of the paradiddle on the top and the beginning of the left paradiddle on the top. So, paradiddle, paradiddle, so that's how we're going to start this, okay? The other thing I want to say is when it comes to this one, we're also going to practice. This is where we're going to kind of shy away from a complete linear fill just for a second, and we're going to make it a stacked fill. Only for one reason. We are going to start off, 1 is normally when we, in a basic groove, 1 is with the bass drum, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, right? So, bass drum is still going to be on 1. So when we start our paradiddles, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So, now we're going to do bass drum on 1 and 3 at the beginning of the accents of the 1 and the 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? So all of a sudden it's not a complete linear groove because now we're mixing some together. Bass drum and the tom. Okay? So again, real slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Again, real slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now, again, within playing are 4 bars. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright, try the bass drum. 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright, let's up. 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Kind of making it a little fancier now. So that's a paradiddle within a fill. So now I'm going to play it a couple more times, and I'm going to kind of move it around for you. Here we go. Ah, no, no, no. So there you go. That's going to be our first experiment with paradiddles. Is putting them in the fill. So I hope that helps you a little bit. I hope I went slow enough. Sorry I messed up there a couple times. But we're working through